Action. Long-distance travelers in Uyo Express worry over increasing security threats on the highways across Nigeria. Plus, traders in Itam markets decry increasing heaps of refuse in the area. Good evening and thanks for joining us on ATA Channel 12 Uyo. I'm Emedi Omomo with the details of the news and other stories. This is sequel to motion presented on the floor by a representative of Ini State Constituency, Lawrence Udoide. Assembly correspondent Sika Okon reports.
The lawmaker Lawrence Udoide, while presenting the motion, observed that some critical public assets within the community are damaged by citizens who ought to take ownership of the property.
Mr. Speaker, aware that the federal, state and local governments are currently investing in the development and construction of various infrastructure that will support employment generation, poverty reduction, and the comfort and well-being of Nigerian people. These assets and infrastructure will need to be protected by all, including all of us in this plenary.
The House later resolved to engage the Commissioner for Internal Security with the aim of coming up with workable strategies and means of preventing these facilities from further destruction. The Speaker Udemo Otong commended member for Ini State Constituency, Lawrence Udoide, for bringing the matter before the House.
I'm very sure because of what we have said here was the reason the holding governor brought in the Ministry of Internal Security to work on these issues of vandalism. So the Chairman of the Committee on Security will liaise with the Commissioner of Internal Security and other agencies to make sure our properties, your own property, the community property is secure.
Meanwhile, member representing Ukparini State Constituency, Uwan Peter Omoita, has moved a motion for government to construct an internal cargo terminal with associate aprons and other service routes at the Victor Tas International Airport, Uyo, to enable it serve the purpose better.
All the Honorable Commissioner for Special Duties, head of departments and agencies, if after overseeing project construction activities at the airport to come up with further elaboration on the terminal cargo or international cargo terminal as encapsulated in the airport feasibility study.
In Uyo, Nsikak Okon, NTA News.
Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has called on the Ministry of Mineral Resources to evacuate a collapsed bridge at Nkeridom River in Okanafon local government area, as it has become a hideout for criminals in the area. The call became necessary following a motion by a member representing Okanafon State Constituency, Elder MM Udom, who says the bridge collapsed 20 years ago. The report.
Presenting the motion, member for Okanafon State Constituency, MM Udom, notes that although the previous administration of Godswill Akpabio had constructed a new bridge in the area, but the collapsed bridge is now a death trap to Okanafon people, as it is still domiciled in the river, which blocks fishermen and farmers from conveying their produce for livelihood. He explained that the most worrisome is the fact that criminals have turned the collapsed bridge as their new home, where they rob, murder, and rape innocent people.
In 2007 and 2009, the speaker has finished on it. They were breakdown
application building up for another round of insurgency in Okanafu. These proactive checks are not done with technical and distribution. The river shore was a delivery and a good site for fine roads and river stones for construction, but the Golan Bridge have totally blocked the delivery post.
The committee chairman on works to liaise with the Ministry of Works and Fire Service to make sure the collapsed bridge that is underneath a new bridge that was constructed by His Excellency the former governor of Kwara State is being evacuated for the people of Okanafu and the neighboring villages to be able to move under the bridge and do their businesses.
Another motion was raised by member representing Okobo State constituency, Basi, for government to intervene on Obifiube Ebre, Nda Okibedo Road, linking Ureting in Okobo local government area to make life easier for the people of the area. In Uyo, Zika Okon, NTN News.
As part of its Human Capital Development Initiative, the Border Communities Development Agency has empowered women and youths of the Etinan local government area with starter packs consisting of sewing machines, grinding machines, deep freezers, and other items. The empowerment program took place at Late Obong Samson Odoeto Compound, Uyo Road, Etinan. Wemedi Mo Samson report.
It was a moment of joy for the beneficiaries of the Empowerment Initiative of the Border Community Development Agency to the women and youths of Etinan local government area. Speaking while presenting the items to the beneficiaries, Architect Ekong Etuk says the empowerment is aimed at improving the lives of the people living in border communities, which Etinan falls within the catchment area. He stressed that the empowerment is primarily targeted to develop the women and the youth of Etinan.
The empowerment doesn't mean, or rather it means, let me be positive, it means use it to increase your base, your income, your take-home. Be honest and productive as well. That is the idea of this empowerment.
My advice to the beneficiaries is that whatever they might have given to them, they should use it judiciously. They should make sure that we use it to hear something better, like
Speaking on behalf of the village and chiefs who praised the occasion, His Highness Etidong Efiongopan Etuk thanked the sponsor for providing the items at the time of serious hardship in the community occasioned by the fuel subsidy removal.
Ordinarily, we wouldn't know about it, we wouldn't see it, but the love and patriotism has compelled him to make sure that we see it. May God bless him.
Some of the beneficiaries took turns to express their deep appreciation, stressing that the process was not politically motivated or done through village affinities.
His Excellency Architect has shown us favor today. He has improved our life. We are grateful to God for the life He has shown to the less privileged. I have seen all these people benefiting today. I've seen a lot of smiles on their faces. It is very important that most of the people that have received smiling home.
It's like a dream. So I couldn't, in fact, I didn't even imagine that it's going to turn out this way. I'm very grateful. May God bless our brother and bless our daddy.
High point of the occasion was the distribution of 59 sewing machines, 59 sets of grinding machines, and 59 deep freezers. In Etinan local government area, Umemedi Mo Samson, NTA News.
Still to come, long-distance travelers in Uyo Express worry over increasing security threats on the highways across the country.
management of Nigerian Television Authority, Channel 12 Uyo wishes to inform all clients that with effect from September 1, 2023, there will be slight increase in our service rates. This is as a result of the current economic realities and increase in operational costs. Management announcer.
Welcome to Prisma International Hotels, located at number 5 Efang Street, Afara Fort, Afara Fort, off a back road with you, your choice, and you will cherish the experience. For bookings and inquiries, please call 081-3166-6660 or 0915-509-9989. Prisma International Hotels, hospitality par excellence.
Water is life. Aqua Cardinali Water provides the highest quality drinking water. Aqua Cardinali Water is owned by the Catholic Diocese of Uyo, produced and packaged by Cadisen Enterprises Nigeria. It is available in 19 liters dispenser jar, 60 cl sachet, 50 cl and 75 cl table water. Visit Aqua Cardinali Water at number 34 Dominic Utuk Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Drink Aqua Cardinali Water. Tested, trusted, certified by NAFDAC and Standard Organization of Nigeria. For inquiries, call 0903-288-2958. Aqua Cardinali Water. Drink pure. Stay healthy.
You're welcome back now to the rest of our stories. The Vice Chancellor of the University of Uyo, Professor Nyaodo Ndayo, invites the University Senate staff, students, and interested members of the public to the 93 inaugural lecture of the University of Uyo. The statement signed by the Registrar and Secretary to Senate, Blossom Okorie, indicates that the 93 inaugural lecture is entitled Wrong Diagnosis and Policy Somersaults, the Bane of Nigeria's Development Strikes, and will be delivered by Professor Isaac Ayadele, a professor of Operations, Research and Strategic Management, Faculty of Management Sciences, University of Uyo. The inaugural lecture will take place on Thursday, August 31, 2023, at the 1,000-seater capacity Tedphone Auditorium, main campus of the university, along Umwangiba Road by 3 p.m. All invited guests are expected to be seated in the lecture auditorium by 2:45 p.m. Meanwhile, the management of the University of Uyo has congratulated a former Vice Chancellor of the institution, Professor Akanade Nesien, on his award of an honorary degree of Doctor of Education by the University of Bradford, United Kingdom. In a congratulatory message signed on behalf of the university management by the Vice Chancellor, Professor Nyaodo Ndayo, described Professor Akanade Nesien as one who combines the virtue of truth with education in every aspect of his services to God, the tertiary education, the nation, and humanity at large. Professor Ndayo extolled former Vice Chancellor Akanade Nesien for his untiring effort to restore accreditation to lost programs of the institution and setting benchmark for the standard of excellence in the University of Uyo, as well as instituting the monthly inaugural lecture as a tradition for the university when he was Vice Chancellor. Vice Chancellor Ndayo noted that the kind of service by Professor Akanade Nesien could not go unnoticed by the global science. Hence, Professor Nesien's recognition, election, and honor with the prestigious honorary degree of Doctor of Education by the University of Bradford, United Kingdom. He congratulated Professor Akanade Nesien and conveys the goodwill of management and all the University of Uyo stakeholders to him. Earlier, a release from the office of the Vice Chancellor, University of Bradford, signed by Brian Cantor, indicates that the University of Bradford, which has recorded 50 years of academic excellence, had identified Professor Akanaden Essien for the award because he had made major contribution to society, acts as role model to students, and also contributes higher education in Nigeria, as well as support in developing links with the University of Bradford. Professor Akanaden Essien, who was honored by Bradford University recently on July 19, 2023, is an accomplished scholar, a seasoned administrator, and a reputable professor of animal science specializing in animal nutrition and biochemistry. He served as Vice Chancellor, University of Uyo from 2005 to 2010, and thereafter served at the National Universities Commission, NUC, as Director in charge of private universities. He is a national awardee by the federal government in the category of the Officer of the Order of the Niger. Long-distance road traveling for many Nigerians is a no-go area, with others derive pleasure in such trip. From those who ensure road traveling, recent security situation is making them to have a rethink. Clement Barikwi, in his report, expressed measures to make insecurity for long-distance travelers.
Many reasons abound why long-distance traveling may be inevitable, but the means of transportation is determined by the financial status of the traveler. Those who choose to travel by road may have done so because they cannot afford air transportation and are therefore exposed to the risk of traveling by road to long distances. The recent SAT incident, where 8 prospective corps members were abducted, is still fresh in the minds of many Nigerians.
Well, the issue of insecurity is a major issue in Nigeria, as we all know. Of course, we expect the government to step up their game with respect to security, so that the citizens of this country will be comfortable as they ply the roads. In addition to the deplorable state of our roads, we also need at least security to be sure we are safe as we ply the roads.
This passenger loves long-distance traveling by road, yet for him, night journey is no-go area for now.
I can't travel in the night, it's in the afternoon. Along those roads, if you go there night this afternoon, you will see almost many checkpoints. But during that night, in the night, you will not see them. So that's the problem.
For the transport operators, the situation, if not addressed as soon as possible, may take them out of business, despite their effort to address the security challenges for the benefit of their passengers.
Security aspect, we're really trying. We are trying our best for our passengers to be safe.
As a tip, avoiding night journeys, traveling through popular and generally used routes, as well as keeping one's movement as confidential as possible, may save the situation. In Uyo, Clement Barikui, NTA News.
Traders at Ita Market and other residents in the neighboring areas are calling on governments and relevant agencies to always promptly evacuate heaps of refuse in the market and other parts of the city to forestall health hazards associated with the refuse. Correspondents who visited the market and some areas in the city report that the people are lamenting of the harmful effects on them.
Apart from being a fixed rotational market, which opens once a week, where people from all walks of life comes to buy and sell goods, Ita Market also opens daily for business transactions. Ita Market, being one of the main markets within Uyo capital city, is prone to huge refuse generation daily. Due to inadequate waste management planning and inability of relevant agencies to evacuate the generated refuse promptly, which pose a serious health threat to traders and those living in that area. Respondents say Human activities also contribute to littering of waste in the city.
One thing that we observe that the people living in the environment does not want to hear when I'm telling them the place to dump their dumps, their waste bin, they are dumping on the wrong place. I will ask for government to do authoritative work so that they will not be dumping in the wrong places.
I think that the government should please help because they have built a dome there that refuse should be arranged. But since there is no management and there is no cleanup, the refuse is being poured anyhow in the streets. But it is not good. I think that the government should please come and look into the dumping of refuse because we have been affected.
They however call on the people to put a stop to indiscriminate waste disposal while appealing to State Waste Management Agency to be up and doing in their works. In Uyo, Enobon Francis, NTA News.
With that report, we end our bulletin this evening. Womedi Moy standing by for the news translation. Good night.
Ufa utemu bombe steremi eswa ino nanga mbonowu ese yip mbawukara mbono kaisang ku yeseme enyonga itangiko ebanga unaukbeme kusongisang kirup nyan mbono woke uraitam metangiko ebanga nangambio abuno awakangkan kok uraitam adu Apoibum mikomo anyang meru wemeri mo Samson yai kombembok nyan sini nombo fo kendubre yomi. Ufo utimo bombera kwaibum serekut ministry segam poimanga memposi song nyan nakama ekoto mineral resources ebu yak ekrebo ke sio ebop ake wuro ke kinyang nkegidem kenkok ukara ukanafun siadogo mino ebini tiero enem nke itiurbe ammo. Ado wora agano nkoko karukana fun kufa utemu bombe steremi elda udum akenam no eriongomi aboke bop ado ake wuro kemponte ufangiswa edeberum yaikum bomi oyo
Obombere da agano nkoko kara ukana fun ida anyeketanga banga ngure bowomi anyema ne kesemme ke ngure bowomi anam posong etietie kenedogo kemboni no eseke dongo kidak ebowomi enam mention sion dodio amoy kanna anye masoko nam ya dion akweso dogo ke aka na dai woru kara state nyin ete gospel le pabio ama bobo fiber enom memo mbar memo kamisanga ado ke ngure bowomi adido ta kambam fnakid ado gomboro we mai wonge ka ndubege utoy nwang ye ndubege ukoyak mino me yake donki idang ngure bowomi sanga mbonowo osogo ewogorowo osogo uboy mempo akeka make osogo moenam ndodio adogo ifonno anye masogo sinu yo yakukara edi wuri tie de sio ya di on ke utebo wodu ibara ba ke eset monko kanafun kemye ya nwam adikin boke ndaran sion ndodio aya tre ke idmedo awon fene ke sokonam ya diyo ngeba memfna ba kidongo modo woda ano okobo ku fong bested nyine te basi anya mabo yakukara edi bobu song esanga ke eka urating ku songo mi abiara eti iyaka yang mono dongo ke obofi ubebre nda okobido eka nesanga eben mempo ramo ekenyam enombono wo kemienam uwemesong eti
Adinam edino mbono wumwam ufokuteme koto Border Community Development Agency eno ibanje iwat umwam meto nkokukara etinan nkompose no ngommo akedo machine kamefong machine kokmpo korom mempomfen yaiko membogome akeru ata ayogini idaresat anambun awu ameria ufon eto unwam ama ufo utemeri ngokente Border Community Development Agency egene ngokemme ibanye iwat kenkok ukara etinan unwam kemme ikomo nangakede meke mempong wamadu anongom bonowu architect ekong etuk amabu kemme enodu anekedu edirepe ndaga mbonowu nyong senowam no mbun ame erongoke kemme adanga idong nko kunwam adu anekedu anome iban ye wat kenkok ukara etinan kemme ikomo akedanga iko kiwut idong yemme mbong idong etirong efiong okmanetok ama ko mbune ketu morina madu kunwam mo isenne enombunowu akpanakpan kini amem posongon tum kekeneke nanga ekesio fuel subsidy usongbono wosikiria ufon itu arinamadu emai wot oyogo inemesat enyongaibu ko wikiria gise nkambru kara ame wobaga ye irong nke woto atakpan boykena makembonoru akere ride me mponwam nongombonowu akere go machine ukamefong machine ukok mpo akebe ntukube korome nsio mpomfen kengo ukaretinan uweme akwaibum ntembok nyan kendo bre yomi atreru anyang medu wemedi mo Samson eso songa kan bangutong asiere